they just don't understand. I can tell by the look in their eye, they have seen the promised land. Walking down the street, walking down the street, walking down the street.
San Francisco, home of the hippies, also plays host these days to a great many filmmakers. It's no wonder. Sets like this are hard to resist. The scenery around San Francisco isn't bad either, from farmlands to mountains and everything in between. The weather is something else too. Most days you can have your choice of 7 different weather reports from 7 different areas within a half-hour's drive. Last September, a hardy group of filmmakers invaded Mount Tamalpais State Park, about 18 miles north of San Francisco, to stage a happening for Liberty Mutual Insurance. This happening, better known as a TV commercial, would climax with a spectacular car crash. That is, everybody hoped it would be spectacular, or at least sensational. Among those involved in this calculated mayhem were director Ira Marvin and head cameraman Zoli Vidor of Via Films, New York. From BBDO, producer Bernie Haber, a man on his way up, plus a couple of copywriters who already made it to the top. And, of course, a watchful account executive. And here's the guy he's watching, the man without whom none of this would be possible, the client. The spokesman for the commercial was to be Joe Foss, holder of the Congressional Medal of Honor, former governor of South Dakota, and former head of the AFL. The rest of the hard-working crew and cameramen were from Film Producers Service in San Francisco. It wasn't long before a real live hippie came hiking down the road. It seems Mount Tamalpais is a veritable hippie haven. They sleep out in the fields and live on what they can get. The aroma of fresh coffee and pastry was too good to pass up. It ain't LSD, but at least it's free. That prune Danish really turns them on. And soon more flower children began to bloom on the hillside. Their self-proclaimed leader was a 24-year-old known to his friends as Granny Goose. He said his philosophy was, life is a circle, bad is good, and good is bad. He didn't even have shoes, much less a car. Obviously not a prospect for Liberty Mutual Insurance. Among the group were 2 16-year-old hippie girls who had emigrated from Illinois. Another flower child? Not this guy. He's one of the hardest working head grips in the business. A real swinger. Well, back to work. This was one of those commercials where the key shot is a one-take affair. There are no second chances. For complete coverage and added insurance, 6 cameras were set up in different spots to record the action. Getting up and down the mountain to check the various camera locations posed a bit of a problem, which head cameraman Vidor solved in style. Well, it seemed like a good idea. Before the big crash scene, the establishing shots had to be filmed. Every move was carefully worked out with the stunt drivers, director, and cameraman. Before the cameras or the cars rolled, each step of the action was meticulously plotted and rehearsed. The idea in this scene was a careless driver hogs the road and forces the other guy into an accident. It took the crew half a day to assemble and install that guardrail. It took thrill driver Joey Chitwood 2 seconds to destroy it. Lunch breaks on location can sometimes be a pretty bleak affair, but this one was idyllic. Not far from the shooting site was a picturesque picnic grove, surrounded by towering rocks, shade trees, and just out of camera range, hungry hippies hoping for a handout. After lunch, it was back to the mountain and final preparations for the really big shoot. Every precaution was taken to avoid a fire. As luck would have it, just when everything was set for the big crash, fog moved in. Our cliffhanger would have to hang there till the next day. Morning on Mount Tamalpais. Would you believe it was clear in San Francisco? But it wouldn't take long before the fog burned off. A last-minute double check on all the equipment. The sound man cleared his tape deck for action, and the moment of truth had arrived. Everything went just as planned, except for one little detail. The car took longer to roll down the hill than anyone had figured. Stupid car. That slow roll meant rewriting all of Joe Foss's copy right on the spot. It's not every day writers get to work al fresco in Frisco. Sorry about that. While the writers were writing and the teleprompters were brought up to date, the camera was set up for the final scenes. Joe Foss had to be wired for sound with a hidden microphone. Finally, it's all over. And you wonder if the cameras caught everything they were supposed to. Was the crash really good? Would it all cut together and tell the story? You wouldn't know for sure till you saw the rushes. 27 men spend 2 days on a mountain making a 60-second film so millions of viewers can have time to go to the kitchen and back without missing part of a program. Then again, maybe some will watch it, remember it, be moved by it. It may even get a few people interested in Liberty Mutual Auto Insurance. And after all, that's the name of the game. By the way, if you're wondering how the commercial turned out, take a look.
How does something like this happen? Let's take it from the top. Watch. A careless driver takes too much road. From then on, it's all downhill. Careless drivers are everywhere, so watch out for them and be prepared with Liberty Mutual Auto Insurance. I'm Joe Foss. Liberty Mutual covers hospital and medical bills, auto repair or replacement, legal fees, all up to the limits of your policy. Liberty Mutual, the company that stands by you.